gonna do some soccer bowling now. We've got 3 targets or bowling pins set up. I've got them about 5 yards away from my ball. You can do whatever distance works for you, whether it's 5 feet, 5 yards, or further. Obviously, if you feel more confident in your passing ability, make the distance further. If you're a beginner and you're not quite as confident, make the distance less so you can have a little bit more success, and then gradually, as you improve, we can make that distance more. I'm going to combine a fitness aspect into it. You don't have to, but here's the game. I've got to knock over these pins, just like in bowling. We want to get a strike, or I think it's a turkey is what it's called. So I'm going to pass the ball. My fitness aspect is if I miss, I've got to run and sprint and get the ball, bring it all the way back here, okay? Part of that is if I kick it too far and it goes into the road, I really have to run after it. So we're gonna see how long it takes me to knock down all 3 of the pins. Okay, so here we go. So you can dribble it back, you can pick it up and walk it back, whatever your preference. So let's see if I can improve upon last time. Okay, so that's 1. Set it back up. Got 2 left. We're still working on that same technique that we talked about. Make sure your ankle's locked, plant foot pointed at your target, and your toes slightly pointed up. So let's see if I can hit this one. Okay, that's it. Got just the 1 left. So let's see. And that's 3. So vary the distance based on where you feel you are in your passing ability. You can make it where you have to run down. I could have made it where maybe I do, if I miss, I run and get the ball, bring it back. Maybe I do 5 jumping jacks, or maybe I do 1-legged hops for 30 seconds. Be creative, challenge yourself. It's a fun game. If you've got a parent, you can challenge them. Take turns. Whoever gets 2 out of the 3 wins. Be creative, have fun. Make sure you keep on working. So this game is called Passing Gate. What you're going to do is you're going to set up a gate of 2 cones. I've got one set up here in between you and your opponent. I'm using my mom real quick here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to try to pass the ball through the gate into her feet. If it gets all the way there, I get a point, but it's got to go through the gate. If I pass through the gate and it doesn't get all the way to her feet, I don't get a point, okay? Then she takes a turn. She tries to play the ball back through the gate to me. If she gets a point, we just keep going. We can play to, let's say 15. That's a good game. If nobody's scoring, you can walk closer in. If it's too easy, you can walk further apart. It's whatever works for you and your parent, your sibling. Worst case scenario, you can use a wall and put 2 cones right by the wall, and I'll show you an example of that here in a second. But let's play a couple of rounds and see if I'm better than my mom. So, that's through, so that's a point. Oh, she gets a point too, so it's 1-1.
A special shout out to my mom for taking the time out of her day to participate. Really means a lot to make this video happen. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, so I've got 2 points, she's got 1. We keep playing, play to 15, see who wins, challenge your mom, challenge your dad, have fun with it. So if you didn't have a parent that you could, or a sibling you could go against, what you could do is you just got 2 cones. You could use shoes, socks, whatever. As long as you got 2 markers, I've got them on a brick wall here. You could use a garbage can, you could use a garage door, you could use a fence, whatever you have available, but I'm just gonna play the ball and my target is between the 2 cones. So I'm just gonna do a few. Bring it under control. Okay, so challenge yourself. You could set a timer, see how many, go for a minute. challenge yourself to get 20 on target. Again, make the distance longer if you feel like you need more of a challenge. Feel like you're more of a novice, bring it in close, get the technique right, work on both your dominant and your non-dominant foot. So different options, different ways to play.